Flavors Manufacturing, Benedict's Auto Center, Indian Summer Co-op, as well as Ludington Furniture, Ludington Paint and Glass, McGee Insurance, Urca Auto Sales, and Crown and Cork. Oreo Sports Network and WMOM are teaming up to bring you exclusive coverage of tonight's game and all games this season. Without delay, let's head courtside with Todd Scoop Hansen on 102.7 WMOM and the Oreo Sports Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 26th annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Scoop Hansen, the voice of the Orioles, with you, along with Coach Thad Shank, who's come over after his boys played over at Ferndale High School in their game earlier today, falling to Ann Arbor Skyline. And we also have our OSN WMOM technical engineer Braden Kronline and our OSN camerawoman Julia Habman. Coach Shank, good to be back on the mic with you.
Good to be here, Scoop. We're in the Motor City, and a lot of people who love basketball in this gym today. It's a little smaller than I thought it might be, but it should be fun.
You got to watch out there. That little kid came over here and he was trying to, I think he liked those buttons or reminded him of Christmas or something there with on our board right here. But, yeah, it's great to be here. Our Ludington Oriole girls, 3-2 on the year, taking on the Hartland Eagles, who are 3-0 overall, 1-0 in the Kensington Lakes Activities Association. They are coached by Don Palmer. Their wins coming against Grand Blanc 60-49, Saginaw Heritage 57-19, and Northville 39-18. Earlier, I talked to Oriole head coach Warren Stone. Here's what he had to say in regards to tonight's ball game. This is the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. Coach Warren Stowe, a very unique and great opportunity for your Ludington Oriole girls playing in this 26th annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Now, can you tell the watchers and the listeners out there how this all came about?
Yeah, definitely. So this summer or early fall, Coach Shank had approached me about the opportunity to do this, and he had some contacts down there from when he was coaching the girls program. Mm-hmm. And I actually remember living in Southeast Michigan. I drove to Detroit Edison and watched his girls team play, which was kind of cool. So they do the boys tournament, they do the girls tournament, obviously, and I think they're always looking for girls teams to enter. And he asked if that'd be something I'd want to do, and I jumped on it because, as I told my girls, yesterday at practice, great opportunity for us, not only basketball-wise, to compete, but just to be together, and for some of those girls to see Southeast Michigan, a place that I love. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. I figured you might have something to do with this, considering you came from Allen Park.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a Ludington graduate,
yep.
Ludington native, but you coached down there at Allen Park. You taught down in that region. And on my way in today, I was thinking, I got to ask Coach Stowe about that. I'm sure he had a lot to do with that. And Coach Shank as well, too. But a great opportunity tonight, playing some teams from, like you said, Southeast Detroit, mm-hmm. The Detroit area, some big schools, some basketball powers, yep. Traditional powerhouses in Country Day and West Bloomfield, and this can only be a win-win situation for the Ludington Orioles, correct?
Yeah, it's going to be great for us. And we talked a lot in the practices this week about just competing, not necessarily against those teams, but just against ourselves individually and as a group to be our best selves, because to accomplish the goals that these girls want to accomplish, you've got to get in that mindset of playing against teams like this, and a lot of the teams on our schedule, Reese Puffer and Detroit Country Day and West Bloomfield and the Cadillacs of the world, that only makes you better. So we're excited to get down there and compete and kind of let the chips fall where they may, but just focus on getting better, win or lose. It's going to be a great experience.
Well, you get the Detroit Country Day Yellow Jackets, and they've won some state championships in the past. You play them this evening. And are you going to have, is there going to be a surprise for Ludington fans? Are you going to have a couple of your girls back? Are they going to be making their season debuts during this tournament?
I think one of them is going to be making their season debut. I get emotional even talking about it. So I think Abby Banstra is going to try to play a few minutes here, a few minutes there.
Excellent.
To get in the game, and just, we talked at practice yesterday, and I, constantly checking in with her about how she's feeling, and she just kind of laughed at me and said, "Coach, it's nothing to do with my knee. I got to get in better shape, because she hasn't been out there as much doing stuff." So we're going to get a couple minutes from her here and there, hopefully, and then when we come back in January, I think Annie Klein's projected to come back then too.
Well, 3-2 going into this game against the Yellow Jackets, and then tomorrow night you get the West Bloomfield Lakers, and one of the best teams in the state, irregardless of class. Yeah. And Country Day is no slouch either. What can the Oriole fans expect the next 2 days watching your Oriole girls against first Country Day and then against West Bloomfield?
Yeah, so Country Day, very talented team, well coached, obviously, got a lot of really great athletes. Guard-oriented team. They don't have any traditional posts, in my opinion. So we're going to see a lot of 5 out, and they're going to look to drive and kick and shoot. And from what I've seen, they play a lot of man. So that'll be a great test for us, whether we're playing our zone or whether we're in man. We'll have to get down and guard. And then, they haven't. I don't think it doesn't matter who they play or where they play. They haven't seen the size that we bring to the table. So, we just got to make sure that we're fighting for what we want offensively and dictating defensively. And then West Bloomfield, like you said, they're up there with Detroit Edison as, the 1 and 2 best teams in the state, regardless of class. So, we're going to see from top to bottom, they've got 10 girls that can play. I'd be shocked if a lot of those girls aren't going to get D1 offers. And that's going to be a great test for us.
Your girls have a great Christmas break?
They did, yeah. I talked to them all yesterday as they were getting warmed up and asked them. They all said they had a good break, and everybody was here. We had a great practice, so it was really awesome.
Well, the teams, spent last night in the Detroit area, and of course tonight as well. So 2 nights there. I'm sure they're just super excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, they are. And, it's like I said, like we started talking, it's cool for me to get back to Detroit. And my wife works for Blue Cross, and that company does such a good job with connecting with Detroit. So my wife knows a ton about Detroit. So I'm kind of throwing things, bouncing ideas off of her. We're going to try to go ice skating down at Campus Martius and, see Joe Lewis's fist and the spirit of Detroit and just, get the kids together and seeing some parts of the state they may not have seen or known.
Yeah, got a trip. Okay, folks, we're going to cut that pregame interview with Coach Warren Stowe a little bit short. We apologize about that, but we're getting ready for the starting lineups here. And first off, obviously, the Ludington Orioles are not playing Detroit Country Day. They are playing against the Hartland Eagles today. So we wanted you to know that the interview I did with Coach Stowe was, that's what we were thinking. We were going to be playing Detroit Country Day. We're playing Hartland. So Coach Shank.
Scoop, are you cheating and doing interviews the day before now or something like that?
You don't think I do that? I'm not that well organized.
I don't know if that's professional, Scoop.
Coach, I'm not that well organized. I couldn't do that. I couldn't pull that off. We want to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor, and as well we'd like to thank PM Builders, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor, and we're going to be giving that to you in a second here. First, we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to be going to an anthem. I think we're going to be going right to the starting lineup. So, again, a big shout-out to PM Builders, and here are your starters. First for the Hartland Eagles, starting at guard, number 3, Leah Lappin. She is a senior. And number 11, Amanda Roach. She is a senior. The center tonight for Hartland, number 20, Kate Jacobs, a senior. The forwards are number 23, Gracie Metz. She's a senior. And number 25, Lauren Solom. She is a senior. For the Ludington Orioles, coached by Warren Stowe, starting at the guards, number 2, Riley Stone. She is a sophomore. Number 25, Carly Mesher, a sophomore. And number 23, Emma McKinley, a sophomore. Forwards for the Orioles, the Wonder Twin Powers. Number 5, Ryan Rohr, a senior. And number 44, Keelan Laird, a junior. Coach Shank, I think one of the secrets to success for the Lady Orioles here, how are those 3 sophomore guards going to perform?
Well, this is going to be, it's asking sophomore guards to do a lot, to come down here and play a few of the better teams in the state like the Orioles are playing. But, you got to look at it from the perspective that it's a great opportunity and you can't, be over-daunted by it. These young ladies they're working to their goals, and being able to go against teams like this is huge for them. I think we got to look at Keelan and Ryan a little more and not focus on our guard. Keelan and Ryan are big-time high school basketball players. They've got to dominate this game, and they're good enough where they can, handle the ball on the perimeter a little bit and make it easy for make it easy for our guards, or a little easier for our guards. But it'll be interesting and fun to watch.
Great point right there, Thad, on Keelan and Ryan. And they have such great chemistry together, those two young ladies. In fact, Keelan will be our Safe Harbor Credit Union Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. Her interview will air at the half, and then tomorrow Ryan Roars will air at the half as our Safe Harbor Credit Union player in the spotlight.
Well, it's going to be interesting because the whistle's blown a little different in Detroit. I mean, it's a lot more physical game here, and you know, Ryan and Keelan are both going to have to take. Somebody took Coach's board. Yeah, we have your board.
Oh, yeah, right now, folks, we have the tip-off coming here, and Keelan Laird jumping against Hartland. The tip's controlled by Hartland, and with the ball is number 23, Gracie Metz. Metz will work it over, and with it now, number 11, Amanda Roach. Roach will give it up. Gracie Metz with it. Three-point attempt up and off the mark there. That shot was put up by Leah Lappin. However, Hartland gets the offensive rebound, and they're still on the attack. Lappin with it. Now over to Roach. Down the lane, a shot up and in. Give the bucket there to the Hartland Eagles, number 11, Amanda Roach. And Hartland on the board at the 7:25 mark. Hartland 2, Ludington nothing. The Orioles on the attack. And then right off the bat, Hartland's defense forces a turnover.
That Roach girl right there just made a phenomenal pass fake and attacked that middle gap of the Ludington zone defense right there. That was a good basketball play.
Heartland, a very good basketball program. They were 20-1 last year, folks. Coach Stowe talks highly about their team. I think he said they got knocked out, I believe, he thought it was the regionals or the state quarterfinals last year. Okay, Hartland with it. Here's a three-point attempt up off the mark. There, that shot was put up by Lauren Solom. Keelan Laird with the rebound. She'll give it up now to Carly Mesher. Ludington in their white jerseys, brown lettering and numerals trimmed in orange. And the Orioles turn the ball back over to Hartland. Hartland in blue jerseys, and they have gold lettering and numerals trimmed in white. Three-point attempt on the way, off the mark there by Leah Lappin. However, an offensive rebound right there. And Thad, you saw enough of those over at Ferndale High School today. Offensive rebounds by Ann Arbor Skyline. I'm sure you've seen enough for the day of those.
Well, I mean, that's the absolute truth. I mean, I think we hung in that game in a lot of respects. We just could not keep them off the offensive glass. And the girls are going to have to do a good job of that. Long shots equal to long rebounds. We're packed in that zone, and Hartland shooting that three-point shot. I mean, we got to be really physical and box out deep and go pursue the ball.
Ryan Rohr with the shot, just came up short. Hartland back on the attack. Here's a three-point attempt up and in, and score that for Gracie Metz with a three-pointer from the far baseline, and Hartland off to a 5-0 lead here over the Orioles at the 5:58 mark. There's a steal. Hartland, nice passing right there, and the shot is up and off the mark. Keelan Laird kept it alive there. Little bumping right there, and moved to the hoop there by the Eagles, number 23, Gracie Metz, and she's fouled. Ludington trails 5-0. And Coach, you said it earlier. I'm sure you told your players to expect different type of officiating here down in the Detroit area. It's a lot more physical.
Yeah, we talked about that, but talking about that's one thing, and
seeing it
and getting used to it is another. I like the way Hartland moves the ball against that zone. Ludington's gonna really have to do a good job of controlling Lemon's penetration. She's got to the paint a couple times and broke us down. She looks to be a good player.
Gracie Metz gets 1 of 2 free throws, and Hartland is up 6-0. 5:40 to go in the opening quarter. Ryan Rohr with the ball for the Orioles. She'll give it up now to Riley Stone. Stone with it. Where's number 2? To Keelan down the lane. Now Keelan will pass it up. Oh, just underlaid there by Rohr. And Rohr will get the offensive rebound, and she'll give it up now to Stone. Back to Keelan Laird. Keelan there to Carly Mesher. Loses it. Her pass is intercepted right there by the Eagles, number 20, Kate Jacobs. And here come the Hartland Eagles. Shot put up no good by Gracie Metz. Offensive rebound, however, to Leah Lappin. Now into the corner they go to Amanda Roach. They'll work it inside. Boy, good ball movement by Hartland, Thad. And a three-pointer up and in for Leah Lappin. And Coach Warren Stowe Watson gets a timeout. 4:54 mark of the first quarter. Ludington trails 9-0. You're watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned, O's fans.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School. Scoop Hansen, Thad Shank, Braden Kronline, Julia Havman, the Oriole Sports Network in conjunction with WMOM, and Keelan Laird draws the foul there, and she'll go to the free throw line. Ludington trails 9-0, 4:41 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Keelan's going to be tested today. Those girls for Hartland down low play pretty physical, and she's going to really have to dig deep and play with a pretty aggressive mentality. She's got to get that ball to the rim today.
Ludington on the board as Keelan Laird hits her first free throw. 4:41 to go in the opening quarter. Keelan's second attempt up and also good. Keelan Laird gets both free throws. Hartland 9, Ludington 2. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. And the OSN would like to apologize about the quality of our pitcher. We're in a smaller gym right now, folks. And hopefully tomorrow when we're back here at Westfield Prep High School, we'll be able to give you a better angle, a better shot as far as the Oriole Sports Network goes. In the meantime, Hartland, a three-point attempt. Yeah, we are right now located at floor level. We're right behind the Hartland bench here at Westfield Prep High School in Redford, Michigan. We got over here in plenty of time on the drive from Ferndale High School. And just a few of the logistical things we hope to be set up better tomorrow. Right now, Hartland with the basketball. They're up 9-2 over the Orioles. And now we have a foul called, I believe, on Emma McKinley. Got a couple of Orioles checking in there, Thad. We got Olivia Lynn, who wears number 35. And Olivia is a junior. And also checking in, number 12, Jocelyn Austin, and she is a senior.
We've had a couple good offensive possessions the last couple possessions. You know, Ryan and Keelan have initiated things a little bit on the offensive end, and we got into our offense and got a couple good looks.
There's a three-point attempt by the Eagles. No good. That was put up by number 13, Liv Linden, who's checked into the game. Another three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Keelan Laird. She'll outlet it now to Emma McKinley. McKinley with it. And pass deflected there. A little bit too much there for Ryan Rohr. Ryan, good job getting back there with the block right there, but Hartland gets the ball right back. Amanda Roach has it, number 11. Roach over, playing a little pitch and catch now with Liv Linden. Now to Leah Lappin. Three-point attempt up and no good by Amanda Roach. Long rebound, though, to the Eagles. Coming down with that was 34, Sarah Rikowski, who's checked into the game, and she's just a sophomore. She wears number 34. This Hartland team has got some height, Thad.
Yeah, I like the way they're going to the offensive glass. You know, they're playing four out and spreading us out and really moving the ball against Ludington zone. And usually when you have four out like that, it's not as easy to get on the offensive glass, but they've been getting, multiple opportunities in each possession, and we got to do a little bit better job of trying to get physical and check them off.
That was a nice move to the basket there by Ryan Rohr, but she overlaid it, and then I think that was more of a frustration foul right there. Ludington?
I think, if you watched our game as well, we got a lot of balls at the rim, but the length and the physicalness of our opponent was a lot more better than, we normally see. It's sometimes a lot easier said than done to finish those.
Yeah. There was a nice rebound there by Keelan Laird. Her outlet pass ricocheted off one of her teammates right there, and Hartland ends back with it, and three-point attempt no good. Jocelyn Austin had it, and now a foul will be called on Hartland's number 13, Liv Linden. Hartland 9, Ludington 2, 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. On the court for the Orioles right now, you've got Austin, Laird, Lynn, Rohr, and Stone. Ryan Rohr with the ball. Rohr now to Olivia Lynn. Olivia Lynn passed a little too much right there for Keelan Laird, out of bounds, and now Hartland gets the ball right back. Timeout.
That was a good offensive
Hartland.
set, Scoop, man. We had Keelan down underneath there, but it's easier said than done sometimes when there's pressure on the perimeter getting the ball down there.
Thad, we'd like to give some kudos out to TJ Kelly, who's the boys' Motor City Roundball Classic coordinator, and also to Eric Lindsay, who's the girls' Motor City Roundball Classic coordinator. I didn't actually talk to TJ when we were over at your game. I'm sure I will tomorrow. I've talked to Eric Lindsay, and very hospitable. Getting us what we needed.
To organize something like this, this is 4 days, and this is like 7 games a day. This takes a big commitment to pull something off like this. So, you got to give those guys loads of credit. If you're texting and emailing 28 coaches and making sure they get here and stuff, that's a huge job. They do a nice job.
And Coach, that's why I was not surprised. I didn't receive an email back or a text back from either of those directors when I gave them a courtesy text and a courtesy email, just letting them know that we were looking forward to this, the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM coming down here to cover these games today and tomorrow. Thad's boys will be back in action at Ferndale tomorrow, 2:50 scheduled tip-off. They will take on Detroit Cass Tech. There's a basket by the Eagles, number 34, Sarah Rikowski. Hartland 11, Ludington 2. The girls will be right back here tomorrow at 5:40, taking on West Bloomfield. More about those games as this telecast progresses. But right now, Hartland forcing the Orioles into another turnover. And with the ball, shot is up and off the mark there by Amanda Roach. Rebound to Ryan Rohr. You think Coach Stowe trying to tell his girls, hey, settle down. Let's settle in, girls.
Well, I'm sure Coach Stowe's telling them that. But, when you're feeling pressure at 94 feet, that's unlike pressure you felt before. I don't know how much you can expect, your girls to be able to handle that.
Oh, look at that basket. The Orioles just scored on a basket by Riley Stone, hitting a little baseline jumper right there, and Hartland comes right back and gets a basket. And Hartland leads by the score of 13-4. 1 minute to go in this opening quarter. That basket was scored by Hartland's Amanda Roach.
Hartland's really aggressive in the passing lanes, and they're giving Ludington some trouble. They're kind of taking Ludington out of its offense. And in a game like this, Ludington wants to be able to use their offense to control this game a little, but Hartland's pressure has been a little too much thus far.
Orioles trail 13-4, 56 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Laird with it now to Carly Mesher. Mesher will give it up to Jocelyn Austin. Jocelyn wears number 12. Back to Olivia Lynn. They got Laird open underneath. Laird with it, shot up. Good job by the Orioles working that ball into Keelan Laird, and she gets the basket.
Yeah, nice side ball screen right there, and Olivia made a good read and got that ball down to Keelan.
I'd like to see the Orioles do more of that as it presents itself. And that's easier said than done. There's Hartland with a nice basket and score it there for number 34, Sarah Rikowski.
Well, the key is being able to handle the pressure here. If Ludington gets in their sets, they run a lot of nice things, but they're having problems with the initial pressure right now, and it's hard to get into the offense and execute like they want.
Oh, nice move there by Olivia Lynn. Shot off the mark, though, and the Orioles trail 15-6. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. They'll get a shot off, and it is no good, and there's the buzzer. And at the end of 1 from Westfield Prep High School in the 26th Annual Motor City Roundball Classic, the Hartland Eagles 15, the Ludington Orioles 6. You're watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned, O's fans.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. with over 12 decades of experience. We at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School, the 26th Annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Scoop Hansen, Thad Shank, Julia Havman, and Braden Kronline. Ludington with the basketball to begin action here in the second quarter. Ludington trailing 15-6. Olivia Lynn with it. Lynn, and she's able to get it to Stone, but she wasn't able to control it, and there's a steal by Hartland, and they'll give the basket there to the Eagles, number 13, Liv Linden. 17-6, Hartland on top. And there's a foul called on the Eagles, number 23, that's Gracie Metz.
Coach Stowe's going with the big lineup right here. He's got Olivia, Ryan, and Keelan all together. I think Ryan's going to have to do a little bit of initiating the offense with the ball right here and allow Carly and Emma to play on the wings a little bit.
Emma McKinley with the ball. She wears number 23, just a sophomore. And just gets it away there to Lynn. Now Lynn loses it, and with the steal is number 23, Gracie Metz. Metz will give it up now to Linden, over to Roach. And now with it, 23, that's Metz again. There's a steal, and Mesher with it for the Orioles. Mesher having a little problem with it. There's a steal by Hartland, and in for an easy two, number 11, Amanda Roach.
She can play. Yeah. She just flat out can play. I mean, she takes the ball to the rack both ways. She sees the floor. She does a little bit of everything. She's a really good high school player.
She reminds me of a little bit of, was that Emily Cott? That was such a good ball player for the Manistee Chippewas.
Yeah, well, Emily and
Natalie was as well.
Emily and Natalie were both.
They were both
excellent high school players.
6:38 to go in the opening half. Ludington trails 19-6. Emma McKinley will trigger the ball in right in front of us here. McKinley gets the ball into Mesher. Carly Mesher with it. Mesher now back to Keelan Laird. Keelan coming way out for that ball, and that's where Hartland wants her, isn't it, Thad? Way out on top of the key out there.
Well, you know, Ludington's, they got an issue. I mean, Hartland pressures the ball extremely, extremely well, and really takes you out of your offense. I think Coach Stowe thinks his best bet is to get the ball in the middle of the floor to Keelan or Ryan and play a little bit of high-low and let them initiate the offense.
Orioles have turned the ball over. Hartland with it now. Roach will give it over to Lappin. Now they'll go across the court, and shot put up no good there by Liv Linden. However, an offensive rebound to the Eagles. Shot up and in, and give it to Leah Lappin. Hartland 21, Ludington 6, 5:58 to go in this opening half. We're at Westfield Prep High School in Redford, Michigan, in the Detroit area. Earlier, we were over at Ferndale. There's a nice move by Rohr, but she overlaid it with the left hand. Rebound to Gracie Metz. Metz will give it up now. Linden down the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound, Olivia Lynn. Lynn will give it up to Laird, now over to Ryan Rohr. It's good to see the Oriole fans who made the long 3.5-hour drive, Thad, coming down to watch the Orioles both at your boys' game and at the girls' game here.
Yeah, we always have great support. It's awesome.
Shot no good there, and a Hartland player went down pretty hard right there. It looks like she's okay, though. Checking into the Hartland lineup, number 25, Lauren Solom, and into the Oriole lineup, number 2, Riley Stone, and number 12, Jocelyn Austin.
playing pressure man-to-man or pressure lady-to-lady defense is probably the one thing that this Ludington girls team cannot handle very well at this point in the season with Annie and Abby being out. I mean, it's a lot to ask the sophomores to handle that pressure, and this is going to be a great experience for them. They can look back and learn a little bit, but Hartland's pretty darn good. I mean, I'm sure Coach Doe would have rather seen them maybe playing an attacking zone defense or something where they could pass the ball through it, but
McKinley, go ahead, Pat.
They're forcing Ludington to put the ball on the floor, and that's probably not what we do best.
Boy, Hartland's defense, they are quick to the ball. I know I said that during your game as well. Ann Arbor Skyline, very quick defensively. And the same can be said about these Hartland Eagles. Laird shot in the paint, no good, off the mark. Rebound to the Eagles, Leah Lappin. Hartland up 21-6, 4:25 to go in the opening half. Ryan Rohr getting set to check in. She had a quick breather right there on the bench. Shot off the mark. Rebound fought for, and we have a jump ball. Rohr checks back into the Oriole lineup and into the Hartland lineup. Number 23 returning Gracie Metz.
Great hustle by Riley Stone right there. I mean, that looked like it was going to be a putback by Hartland right there. But, it's fun to watch when kids are backs to the wall and, they're struggling in a basketball game. Who rises to the top and fights and claws? And Riley's definitely doing that out there.
Yeah, Ryan Rohr with the shot off the mark. The rebound to Jocelyn Austin. She's out there scrapping like she always does, but she was called for the travel. And, we talked about that during your game, Thad. A couple times your boys got down by 20 right there, and Warren Stowe and I were chatting about that, about you really get a gut check and you see the character of your players and how they face adversity. And your players fought to the end, as they always do, and Coach Warren Stowe's girls are going to do the same. They're down 21-6 right now. 3:46 to go in the opening half. Three-pointer no good. Long rebound to Hartland. Oh, Carly Mesher almost had that right there. Goes off of her out of bounds.
Well, Hartland they're switching every screen on defense. They're very aggressive in the passing lanes. They're guarding the ball hard. We get Keelan and we get Ryan and some mismatches down there, but we just can't find them. The pressure's been too good.
Roach with it. They'll work it inside. Back out to Roach. Nice no-look pass right there. Well, actually, good job by Riley Stone in there fighting for that ball. .319 to go in the opening half. Orioles trailed 15-6 at the end of the first quarter. Hartland has shut them out so far in the second quarter. There's a nice move to the hoop and give the basket there to the Eagles, number 20, Kate Jacobs. 23-6. Orioles trail. There was a steal by Amanda Roach. Roach's pass had a little bit of heat on it.
She overdid that one a little bit.
Yeah. And the Hartland coach not too happy about that pass.
She needed to, it's decision-making. Yeah. Basketball is a decision-making game. She needed to take that to the rack until the defense committed, and then if they committed, dumped it down. But she got rid of it a little soon, got a little fancy.
Rohr with it now over to Austin. Austin's pass deflected and stolen there by the Eagles. Roach has it. Roach into the corner. And there's a little jumper put up. No good there. That was Liv Linden. And Carly Mesher has it for the Orioles. 2:30 to go in the second quarter. Hartland 23, Ludington 6. Riley Stone with the ball. Stone. And her pass out of bounds and goes off of Gracie Metz. It'll be Oriole basketball.
Hartland's forcing us to put the ball on the floor and dribble. And that's, like I said, that's, probably one of the things that we're a little bit weaker at right now, and just unable to find Ryan and find Keelan in the post.
There's Ryan strong to the hoop, no good. Gets an offensive rebound, no good. Fighting for it, Keelan. No, that's Emma McKinley in there. McKinley shot, no good. Hit the side of the backboard. Good fight there by Emma McKinley. Orioles just can't buy a basket. Wow! I'll tell you what, that was. There was a shoulder right there that football.
She put her shoulder down right there, and
holy cow!
Holy moly, that was That was an aggressive attack of the basket, I would say there.
Wow.
Right?
You know, I definitely concur with you, Thad. That's a lot of contact right there, and there'd be some NFL
the
players.
The Ludington defender was definitely moving, but I just leading with your shoulder like that, that's a hard call to make right there. But like I said, that Roach girl, she's a player. She's tough.
Roach's first free throw, no good. The Orioles trail 23-6, 2:02 to go. Into the Eagles lineup, number 3, Leah Lappin, and she will replace Lauren Solom.
Really, defensively, Coach Joe's probably not going to go to half. Overly disappointed. I mean, 23 points on a board. They've got out to shooters a decent amount and kept, you know.
The second.
And you know, it's the second and third shots that have hurt a little bit. I mean, it looks like Hartland's a team that really likes to shoot the perimeter shot. And overall, we've done a pretty good job at holding them to 23 points. We just can't muster any offense.
Kate Jacobs at the free throw line. She cans the first free throw. 1:59 remaining in the opening half. Jacobs gets both free throws, and Hartland out to a 24-6 lead as Ryan Rohr brings the ball up. Rohr now will give it up to Austin. And you could hear Coach Warren Stowe right over here calling for a timeout right there. 1:48 to go. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to tell you about our exclusive pregame sponsor, House of Flavors Manufacturing. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. And I'm sure lots of Oriole fans are wanting to know, Coach Shank, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream at House of Flavors?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of Oriole fans want to know that, Scoop. I think probably Moose Tracks, Scoop. Probably Moose
You
Tracks.
can't go wrong with Moose Tracks. Mine always used to be Blue Moon until about 2 years ago when it became Michigan Pothole.
Well, you were always kind of fruity a little bit, weren't you, Scoop?
Hey, Blue Moon, good ice cream, but Michigan Pothole has won me over. That is fantastic. If you're a chocolate lover, you will love Michigan Pothole. All right, here we go. Ludington trails 24-6, 1:45 to go in this opening half.
Change up the defense for Hartland. They got a little 1-2-2 zone going here.
There's a pass into Laird, down the lane, up and in. Nice move there. Nice pass from Jocelyn Austin. And Keelan Laird gets the basket. Ludington's first points of this second quarter.
It's kind of what we talked about. You know, the man, the girl, lady to lady defensive pressure is hard for us to handle. When we can run the offense a little bit, we can get those mismatches with Keelan and Ryan down. I don't think Hartland's going to stay in the zone very long. They're already out of it.
Amanda Roach misses a shot. Beautiful pass and the basket. Whoa, what an assist there to Ryan Rohr, and give the basket to the Orioles' Keelan Laird. And there's that kind of the connection they have. Rohr and
the
Laird.
offense is focused with them playing high-low. Yep. So, I mean, it's built around their skills, which is smart basketball.
24-10, Hartland up here in the second quarter. 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. With the ball, number 3, that's Leah Lappin. Now to Amanda Roach. Back to Lappin. They're playing a little pitch and catch.
As aggressive as Hartland is on the defensive end, they're really a fairly patient offensive team.
Oh, look at that move. Shot is no good there by Lappin. And here come the Orioles. Rohr has it. Yeah, good point there, Coach. You know, you said as aggressive as they are, but they do show some patience on the offense. There's a steal. McKinley has the ball stolen, and she had to see the frustration right there. And they get the bucket right at the buzzer and score that bucket. I believe scoring it was
Roach.
Yep, Amanda Roach with the bucket.
She was anticipating, and she jumped on Emma right there. Kind of looked a little bit like David, how he's kind of anticipating, and all of a sudden he pounces on you.
Exactly. We're at the half here at Westfield Prep High School, the 26th annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Your score, the Hartland Eagles 26, the Ludington Orioles 10. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Orioles Sports Network.
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me. Back in the 1940s, we're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and are excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go O's!
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch.
This is Kyle, Executive Vice President with Safe Harbor Credit Union. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value. Being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success, and we belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep. We're at the half. The Hartland Eagles lead the Ludington Orioles by the score of 26-10. Hartland outscored the Orioles 11-4 in that second quarter after outscoring them 15-6 in the opening quarter. Scoring for the Orioles, 2 points for Riley Stone and 8 for Keelan Laird. And that's the Oriole scoring right there, 2 players. Thad?
Yeah, the pressure is pretty intense, and it's just hard to handle. There's opportunities down there when Keelan and Ryland get mismatches with all that switching, but it's just really been hard for our guards to handle the pressure out top to this point and get anything going on the offensive end.
Hartland, a member of the Kensington Lakes Activities Association. They are 3-0 coming into this game. Ludington 3-2 overall. We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them on 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union. I talked to Adam Johnson yesterday, and yeah, Thad, I know you want to...
Well, big shout out. I mean, not only are they a great credit union, they're people built for others. I mean, they really invest in their community. I mean, they gave us the opportunity to come down here and do what we're doing by taking care of a lot of our lodging and stuff like that. That's something that, the school really doesn't have money to take care of, and can't thank them enough for allowing kids to have the opportunities like this one, because this is something the kids will remember for a long time.
That's awesome. And Adam, I talked to him yesterday when I was at Safe Harbor Credit Union, and she had to be tuned in today. And so a big shout out to Adam Johnson and all the fine folks over at Safe Harbor Credit Union. Our player in the spotlight, Keelan Laird, we're going to take a listen to that right now, folks. And when we return, more of the Oriole halftime show here on the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned. Hi, folks, and welcome to the Safe Harbor Credit Union Ludington Oriole player in a spotlight for tonight's game. That player is Keelan Laird. Keelan is a junior. She wears jersey number 44. She plays the forward position. And Keelan, what does it mean to you being a Ludington Oriole basketball player?
It means a lot to me being a Ludington Oriole basketball player. I love the game, and I love having little kids that look up to me and creating a legacy for the little girls to look up to.
What would you say is your favorite part of the game?
My favorite part of the game would have to be, well, my teammate Ryan. I love the way we connect, the Wonder Twins, as Scoop calls us.
Yes, definitely. Great chemistry there.
Yeah, we just find each other all the time, and I love this year's team because we have probably one of the best chemistry all around this year.
Okay. Does the team have a motto this year? And if so, what is it?
Our motto would be creating tradition and a legacy for the younger players. That was one of our main things. We rep a lot of their games and want them to come out and watch us and just create something for them to be able to look up to.
Okay. And your team strengths and team goals?
Team goals. We want to go as far as we can possible this year. Last year we beat Cadillac, and that was one of our huge goals last year. So I think that would most definitely be another goal this year for us.
And Keelan, that leads right into my next question. How sweet was it beating Cadillac last year for the district championship?
Scoop, it was amazing. It was one of our best nights playing. I get questions all the time about the big three I had, and it was just amazing. I can't even describe really how it feels.
Well, it was one of my favorite games to call last year, and I think I got pretty excited, pretty wild when you hit that three, no doubt about that. I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite restaurant in Ludington and why?
My favorite restaurant would have to be El Rancho, just because every Friday night, me and my family with a bunch of other families go out there. It's kind of a tradition to either go there or Applebee's. So, yeah, my favorite.
Interesting. I talked to a Ludington boys player the other day. I think you know quite well, Peyton Lacombe. He said that was his favorite restaurant as well.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Your favorite sports movie?
The Blind Side. It just has, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just very, something I can look at and get a lot of things out of, the way he, yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Yeah, definitely. Sandra Bullock, I believe, got an Academy Award, an Oscar for her portrayal in that movie. Your hobbies?
Hobbies. I played soccer and I play volleyball, and I'm doing travel basketball, and yeah.
And that actually leads into my next question, your plans for spring sports and what you did in the fall. You played volleyball in the fall for the Orioles, and in the spring you will be playing soccer, correct?
I'm actually not playing soccer this year because I made a top travel team, so I'll be doing a lot of more traveling for basketball this year and a lot of bigger tournaments so colleges can hopefully watch me play. So.
Outstanding. Mom and Dad are going to be even happier with doing more traveling, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure your parents very, very proud of you. Of course, your dad, Noah, and I are bowling teammates. Hopefully we'll be bowling soon when we get the leagues kicked in out to Sticks. Your mom was quite an athlete at Ludington, too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's still got some records up on that track board.
Yep, the track board here at Holly Gym. Her name's up there, Sarah Chappell. Yep, Sarah Chappell, now Sarah Laird. Your role model, Keelan, or a person you admire or look up to?
For basketball, I really look up to Mandy Stowe. But then other than that, I look up to both my parents as role models, as just life in general.
And now this is your junior year, and you've been up on the varsity since your freshman year. So 3 years of playing varsity ball, and we get one more year here at Ludington. Yeah. Any interest coming in so far? I know it's a year off. I'm trying not to push things here, but any interest coming in so far from any colleges?
I've had a few calls. I went on one visit out to Albany, but other than that, that's about it.
And anybody watching or listening to tonight's broadcast that you'd like to say hello to?
I'll say hi to both my parents and my grandparents.
Well, congratulations, Keelan, and thanks for being the Safe Harbor Credit Union Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight for tonight's game. All the best to you in the O's this season, and have fun during this holiday tournament here in the Detroit area. Go O's.
Go O's, Scoop.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School, the Orioles Sports Network. Scoop Hansen, Thad Shank, Braden Kronline, and Julia Havman. OSN in conjunction with WMOM. Hartland on top of Ludington 26-10 at the half. We'd like to send out special birthday wishes to Barbara Wilson. I know we gave you a shout out, Barb, from the boys game earlier, but you get a shout out as well from the girls game. It's Barb's birthday today, so happy birthday, Barbara Wilson, the grandmother of Ludington Oriole Carly Mesher.
Barb Wilson isn't old enough to be a grandmother to anybody. What are you talking about? That can't be right.
I didn't think it was either, Thad, but I did the math on it, and that's what I came up with.
Okay.
All right, Ludington with the ball. Well, they had it to begin the second half here, and now there's a steal by Hartland. They'll push it up the court. Baseline jumper on the way. No good. That was off the mark there by Lauren Solom, and Ryan Rohr has the ball for the Orioles.
You know, Ludington's done a pretty good job tonight in the half court when they get their defensive set of making it hard for Hartland to score. So there's some positives to be taken away from this by Coach Stowe. I mean, Hartland's got some firepower.
They sure do. And, they come out in a 16-point halftime lead over the Orioles. And now there's a steal on the court for the Orioles right now. First off, there's that ball spun off right there. That shot was put up by Amanda Roach, and now here come the Orioles again. Laird, and she gets the bucket and give her 10 on the ball game. She has 10 of the Orioles' 12 points. On the court for the Orioles, you got Rohr, you have McKinley, Mesher, Olivia Lynn, and Keelan Laird. And that
was a big turnaround right there. Roach had the layup on the end, kind of muffed it. Ludington did a great job running the other way and getting an easy bucket.
Got some pitch and catch. Oh, there's a steal by Carly Mesher. What do you think Coach Stowe told his girls at the half, Thad?
We got to handle the pressure. And
give the bucket right there to the Eagles' number 23, Gracie Metz.
You know, I think he probably had some positive things to say about if they can make this a half-court game that, you know, there are some mismatches out there, and especially with Keelan and Ryan, they're switching every screen out there, and they're being aggressive, and that's great. But if you can make a pass or two or hold onto the ball without turning it over, you're going to have an advantage on the offensive end down by the basket. So holding on to that ball is probably one of the big emphasis. And that's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. The Orioles just turned the ball over, and Hartland back with it. Got a little pitch and catch going on out here between Lauren Solom and Gracie Metz. Metz with it, and she'll take it to the hoop with the left hand and score it. Hartland 30, Ludington 12, 5:47 to go in the third quarter. McKinley with it. I want to mention the Orioles, and Thad's mentioned it once or twice too. There's a move by Ryan Rohr. Give her the bucket. Ryan on the board. And Ludington trails 30-14. Rohr's first points of the ball game. But as Thad mentioned it early on, folks, the Orioles without Annie Klein and Abby Banster are both dressed. There's a three-pointer off the mark. As said, Coach, we talked about it earlier. They're both dressed, and Coach Stowe has said that Abby Banster should see some action. We haven't seen her yet, though.
Well, I mean, this is a pretty hard game to just throw her in for a first game with all the, I mean, you know, Abby is one of those type of kids who's just going to give her best. And to be able to handle the pressure out there, you're going to put her in situations that maybe she's not ready for.
Laird underneath, shot no good. Rebound to Lauren Solom. Now over to Roach.
Good job, Carly Mesher, keeping that ball in front of you. That was a great job.
Roach will give it up now to Solom. Now they'll work it inside. Sarah Rekowski, I'm sorry. What do they call her, traveling?
Yep, she picked up a pivot foot.
Traveling violation. The Orioles have it back. Ludington trails 30-14, 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Ryan Rohr with the ball. Rohr now back to Olivia Lynn. She's able to secure it before it gets to half court. Lynn now to McKinley. Now to Carly Mesher. Carly Mesher. And there's a steal, and there's a 2-on-0 break here for Hartland. And the shot is up and in by Lauren Solom.
And that's the situation that we've talked about right there. Switch to the ball screen right there. Keelan had Roach, the little guard on her, but we just aren't not quite able to handle that pressure out top and take advantage of that mismatch.
And McKinley loses the ball there. She got bumped out of bounds. It will remain with the Orioles as Jocelyn Austin checks into the game for Carly Mesher.
And, the part about pressure, too, here is, Coach Stowe's asking Ryan to handle and take care of that ball, and that's why she's not scoring the ball a whole heck of a lot tonight, because she's asked to handle that pressure up top, and she's doing a pretty good job of it.
We'd like to thank PM Builders, Pure Marquette Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. PM Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. If you're looking to build, give Scott Latimer a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. Scott Latimer, my neighbor, somewhat neighbor. We live in the same neighborhood. Also, a shout out to Crown and Cork, open Tuesday through Thursday, 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays, 4:30 to 10 p.m. Everything made with fresh and when possible with locally sourced ingredients. Located at 502 West Loomis, across from the Ludington Marina. Folks,
Linda's probably at home watching this game right now. The fearless owner and manager of
Linda
Crown
Matson.
and Cork, Linda Matson. I'm sure she's breaking down this game. She probably got some interesting thoughts on this game.
You probably had some good conversations with her on that, Coach, on X's and O's.
Every conversation with Linda is a good conversation.
Crown and Cork, another of our fantastic sponsors here on the Oriole Sports Network. 3:56 to go. Ludington trails 32-14. Thad, I heard that Ludington's all-time leading girls scorer is in attendance at this game. Warren Stowe's sister, Mandy Stowe.
If anybody knows, that's you, Scoop.
2,160 points.
That's a lot of points. I don't know how people realize how many points that. That is a major accomplishment for an athlete at the high school level.
It's phenomenal. Thad, 1,000 points is an awesome achievement.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then 2,000, Mike Larson's our boys' leading scorer with 1,336. Here's a steal by Rohr. Her shot, good,
nice
it counted.
Great job getting out in the passing lane, Ryan.
Ludington trails 32-16, 3:17 to go in this third quarter. Dad, you're a big fan of football, the NFL, college football, high school football, and a great loss yesterday in the sports world, the passing of a legend, John Madden.
Yeah, growing up, I was a big Raiders fan. That 76 Super Bowl, Jack Tatum, George Atkinson, Kenny Stabler, that whole clan. I love that team, and it's I think an example of a.
Oh, look at there. Ryan Rohr to the hoops. Basket no good, but she's fouled. Yeah, that was a fun team to watch, that Oakland Raiders. All those 70s Raiders teams were fun to watch.
You can only imagine, with John Madden as a coach, the things he went through with that bunch of guys, I think, but his ability to, take a group that was a little bit on the wild side and make them into a heck of a football team.
Rohr gets the first free throw. Second free throw, no good. Ludington trails 32-17. Rebound to Hartland. 2 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Metz over to Solom. Back to Metz, now to Lappin. Lappin guarded there by Jocelyn Austin.
They let him play physical here, Scoop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think Hartland just
got
got
a clothesline right there.
Yeah, it was. Jack Tatum would have been proud of that one. Or actually Dick Night Train Lane, who was famous for his clotheslines.
You're really dating yourself. You're very old.
I will let all the watchers and listeners know I didn't actually see that. He was playing pretty good football before I was born, but all the stories I heard from him in the NFL film archives. There's a move, shot up.
Ludington's gone to lady defense right there, and Hartland's trying to spread him out and get that ball to the rim.
Lappin missed that shot for Hartland. Now Laird has it for the Orioles. Over to McKinley. Emma McKinley will pick up her dribble, work it into Laird. Laird turn around. Oh, with the left hand, no good. Rebound, out kept alive right there. Shot up, no good. keeping that ball alive was Riley Stone, but Hartland has it at the present time. And they'll
Great job by Emma McKinley there. You know, that's what the thing that some people maybe fail to realize right here. I mean, Emma McKinley has made strides in this basketball game handling pressure that she would never do back in West Michigan this time of year playing the competition in West Michigan. She did a nice job playing off that ball screen and getting that ball down in Keelan's hands in a place she could do something with it. I mean, you see the improvement as the game goes on. It takes a while to get acclimated to this pressure, and she did a great job right there.
We just saw a hip check by Liv Linden that Bobby Orr would have been proud of. Ludington with the ball, and there's a pass out of bounds, and it'll be turned back over to Hartland. Ludington trails 32-17 to the Hartland Eagles. 1:28 to go in this third quarter.
You know, really, 32 points almost at the end of three quarters. You know, coach has got a lot to be proud of today.
Three-pointer, no good there. That was put up by Lauren Solom.
Done a much better job. You know, when you go to play lady-to-lady defense, it's a lot easier to rebound sometimes than it is against in that zone that we were playing early on in the game.
Austin shot no good, and here comes Hartland. Now, thinking back to your game earlier, Coach, Peyton Lacombe got those 4 quick points. And then Ann Arbor Skyline kind of closed the door a bit offensively on your Orioles. And, you know, your team gave them 58 points, but there had been a lot of things you were proud of.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yep. Let's get to commercial.
Okay,
and
we're gonna break away, folks. Ludington trails 32-17. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Crown and Cork, Ludington's only waterfront kitchen and bar. We invite you to come and experience our casual fine dining with little wait. We feature craft cocktails and an extensive wine selection. Our seasonally changing menu showcases a variety of influences, but highlights what the Great Lakes and Mason County farmers have to offer. Bring your entire family. We encourage your children to explore our play area while waiting for food from our kid-approved menu. We're open Tuesday through Thursday from 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 4:30 to 10 p.m. We're located at 502 West Loomis across from the Ludington Marina. Dueling pianos are here once per month. Check our Facebook page for more details and for this month's specials. We look forward to seeing you at Crown and Cork soon.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School as part of the 26th Annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Dad, we were talking before we went to the break, and your team gave up 58 points today, but, you know, it was a 58-42 loss, but a lot of things that you have to be proud about.
Oh, there are a lot of good things. I mean, we saw the first pressure man-to-man defense that we've seen this year. I mean, I thought offensively we did some nice things. Defensively, we continued to compete late into the game and created a little bit of offense from our defense, but there's a lot of things that we can get much better at as well.
But invaluable experience picked up in that game against Ann Arbor Skyline today by your boys, no doubt. All right, Hartland with the ball now. They have a 32-17 lead, 21 seconds left in this third quarter. The Orioles were down 15-6 at the end of one. They trailed 26-10 at the half. And with the ball for the Eagles, number 11, and that's Amanda Roach. Down to 6 seconds. Back to Roach. She'll take a long three-pointer. No good. Long rebound. Shot off. Oh, another buzzer beater. And give that basket to Leah Lappin. She gets it right before the buzzer at the end of three. Your score, the Hartland Eagles 34, the Ludington Orioles 17. Back in 60 seconds here on the Orioles Sports Network and WMOM.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh-pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School. Hartland with the basketball to begin play in the fourth quarter. The Eagles outscored the Orioles 8-7 in that third quarter. That's where we stand right now. Hartland 34, Ludington 17, and there's our turnover by the Eagles. On the court for the Orioles right now, Ryan Rohr, Carly Mesher, Jocelyn Austin, Riley Stone, and Olivia Lynn.
Too much bad body language on the Hartland bench. I know they're getting frustrated, or coach is getting frustrated about how they're playing a little bit today, but I don't think it helps his girls that, and that's something as a coach I got to always recognize. I mean, it's hard sometimes not to have bad body language and things aren't going well.
Yeah, but specifically when you're the competitor that you are, you're intense, you're into it. There's a steal, shot is up. Oh, missed layup right there by the Eagles' Amanda Roach.
She's a heck of a, I really had fun watching her. She hasn't been able to finish very much today, but she's a gritty defender, and she can really get the ball to the rim. She's got to be able to finish a little better.
Look at this pressure that, Hartland drops back right now, though. Rohr with it. Rohr will take the ball to the hoop. No good. Deflected there by Lynn right to Stone. Her shot up, no good. Rebound to the Eagles, number 25, and that was Lauren Solom.
Give the Ludington girls a lot of credit, man. This looked like it may get out of hand a little bit early, but
exactly,
they really fought and clawed on the defensive end. And to hold this team to 34 points through early four quarters is pretty impressive.
There's a steal and a bucket. Give that one there to Amanda Roach. She just pickpocketed the ball right there from Ryan Rohr and gets the hoop, and it's 36-17 with 6:55 to go in this ball game. We got a full timeout. We're going to step aside. You're watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned, those fans.
Hey, Oriole Nation. This is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians, so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me. Back in the 1940s, we're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and are excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go O's!
Hartland 36, Ludington 17, 6:55 left in this ball game. The 26th annual Motor City Roundball Classic from Westfield Prep High School. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow, and that'll be back at Ferndale High School as Coach Thad Shank's boys take on the Detroit Cast Technicians. Tip-off slated for 2:50 tomorrow afternoon. We should be on the air around 2:35, between 2:35 and 2:40 with the pregame show. That's the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame. Jocelyn Austin with the ball. Austin to Lynn. Her pass a little bit too far there for Olivia Lynn. And there's a basket for Amanda Roach. 38-17, Hartford up. Coach, it's good to see your boys over here supporting the girls over in the stands across from us.
Yeah, this is just a cool thing. Yep. I mean, with the scheduling the way it is now, we don't get those double headers nearly as much on Friday nights, and to be able to come and spend some time together and cheer each other on is good.
Exactly, just as the girls were over supporting your boys' team over at Ferndale High School for the earlier game today. We'll be back here tomorrow as well, right back here at Westfield Prep, as the Ludington girls will be taking on the West Bloomfield Lakers. And that'll, again, will be a 5:40 start. We should be on the air around 5:30 tomorrow with the girls' game after covering the boys' game over at Ferndale. Right now we got 6:07 remaining in this game between the Orioles and the Eagles of Hartland. Hartland up 38-17. Nice pass right there. The basket up, no good. And here come the Orioles. Rohr with it. Ryan Rohr, number 5. She'll be our player in the spotlight at halftime of tomorrow's game. Levi Lehman will be the player in the spotlight at halftime of the boys' game tomorrow. Nice give and go. Oh, what a pass right there.
Great example right there, Scoop. Emma McKinley playing off the ball screen, making a pass that earlier in the game she would not have made. Very impressed in the second half. She's getting better before our eyes.
Exactly. Emma McKinley with a beautiful pass right there. And Keelan Laird gets the bucket, and she's fouled. She'll try to complete the three-point play. The Orioles' first points of this fourth quarter. Free throw is up, no good. Fought for Ryan Rohr has it. Rohr shot, good! Ryan Rohr, offensive rebound off the glass, and she gets the putback. Ludington trails 38-21. Boy, you hit the nail right on the head, Coach, when you said that, Ludington, it was looking like for a little bit there that this could be a runaway game, and the Orioles have hung in there, and they have fought with some great tenacity. Hartland working the ball. Roach, and she'll get it in now, and there's a steal, and Riley Stone has it. 4 minutes, 58 seconds to go. Stone still with it. Riley Stone, and she'll get it to Rohr. Rohr inside to Laird. Oh, just underlaid the basketball right there, but some good passing right there. Orioles got the shot they wanted, just couldn't get the basket. They trail 38-21, 4:36 to go in the ball game. Liv Linden with it for Hartland. Now over to Gracie Metz. Her shot, no good. Long rebound to the Eagles' number 20, Kate Jacobs. And now we've got good job there by the Orioles' Keelan Laird as she gets the ball to Jocelyn Austin. Fighting hard for that basketball. Rohr now over to Stone. 4:06 to go. Riley Stone shot.
Take,
good!
Riley.
Beautiful move there. Coach Thad Shank very impressed by that move there by Riley Stone. You're right, Coach.
She played downhill right there and laid that ball in. Great job by Riley.
And you mentioned it both with McKinley and Stone, both sophomores.
This is invaluable experience for those girls. I mean, we're not going to come out victorious today, but, it sets the table for what's important in March. And, the Roach.
Amanda Roach again, Coach.
Amanda Roach, her ability to break down defenses off the dribble is pretty darn
Very
nice.
impressive ball player, this Amanda Roach. Folks, we want to thank Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist at 231-757-3368. Ask for Trent. Tell him Coach Shank sent you. Also, a shout out to McGee Insurance Group, your number one Oriole fans, Auto Owners Insurance Group, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, so no problem, people. Visit the McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area school sports. Special shout out to a couple of my OSN co-workers, Braden Kronline, Julia Havman, and we had Braden come over yesterday. We put a promo together, folks. It's check out the Oriole Sports Network on YouTube. It's a pretty neat thing, and if you missed a promo by Braden, put on a pretty good promo. Yes, he was a talent for that. There's a bucket by Amanda Roach, and Hartland out to a 42-23 lead. Coach, you were saying?
She's just a difference maker. I mean, we had Ryan and Keelan isolated on that middle ball screen, and it looked like Keelan was going to have a layup, and she came out of nowhere and just created some offense for their team with her defense right there.
Oh, beautiful pass right there by Keelan Laird to Olivia Lynch. She could not get the bucket, though. Offensive rebound by Austin. Her shot no good, but coming back down and getting to the basket for the Eagles, that girl again, number 11, Amanda Roach.
I would like to see Amanda play in a freewheeling offensive system because, because Hartland, and I'm sure that's the way they have to play to be successful with the teams that they're playing in Division I. They have to be a little bit more patient, but Well, you put her in a dribble, drive, space, and play situation, she would make some things happen.
And Coach Shank looked that up here before the game started today. I wasn't sure on Hartland. They are a Division I school, just as Ann Arbor Skyline is, the team that your boys played earlier. Roar's first free throw is good. And you'll get a Division I school tomorrow in Detroit Cass Tech.
We sure will, Scoop.
And the girls will, too, in West Bloomfield.
Yeah, it's going up a notch. Hartland and Skyline are good, but it's going to be going up a notch tomorrow, I think. Both for the boys and the girls.
Yeah. Ryan Rohr gets one free throw. Second free throw, no good. Ludington trails 44-24. 2:40 to go in the game. 6 points in the game for Stone, 6 for Rohr, and Laird has had a really nice ball game. 12 points for Keelan Laird.
Yeah, Ryan hasn't scored a bunch, but, she's been asked to do a lot today, and her ability to handle that pressure, especially in the second half, coaches kind of put her in charge of getting that ball down the court. She's done a nice job of it.
Well, Ryan, a very versatile player. She can play, as Coach Stowe has said, all 5 of the positions. She's brought the ball up court several times today. Hartland on the steal. Ludington trails by 20, 44-24, 2:26 to go in the game. Hartland, the Eagles playing a little keep away right now. Trying to drain the clock right here. There's a shot up and in. And give that basket to Morgan Sog, who's checked into the game. She wears number 4. She's a senior. Hartland 46, Ludington 24, 2:02 to go. There's a steal, and with the ball, Liv Linden, her shot up and in. Timeout on the floor with 1:55 to go. And it's going to be a full timeout, and we're going to send it back now to listen to some great spots from some of our awesome sponsors. Stay tuned to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Emma McKinley with the ball. She wears 23, 1:40 to go in the game. The Orioles trail 48-24. Ryan Rohr with it now. Rohr over to Stone. Riley Stone, her shot, no good. Olivia Lynn keeps it alive and has the rebound. Now back to Emma McKinley. McKinley over to Austin. Jocelyn Austin on the far baseline. Into Lynn. Turnaround. Good! Olivia Lynn with the basket. Orioles work the ball around nicely on that. Lynn gets her first point. Ludington trails 48-26, 1:14 to go in the game.
Nice job by Olivia putting her shoulder down and crabbing into that hook shot right there. That was good basketball.
3-point attempt up and good. And give that to Madeline Turcott, who's checked into the game for Hartland. She gets the 3 right down in front of us here. 51-26, 51 seconds to go. Hartland in the lead. Stone with it for the Orioles, now over. And that is Emma McKinley. That's right, Emma McKinley. 40 seconds to go in the game.
Good jab step by Emma and tack in the middle of the floor right there off the dribble. I think she's hurt her wrist
I was going to say
earlier.
She's really favoring that left wrist, Thad. 31 seconds to go in the game. Hartland on top, 51-26. There's a shot overlaid. Rebound to Emma McKinley. McKinley brings the ball up. Now she'll dish it off to Ryan Rohr. 20 seconds to go. Rohr over to Jocelyn Austin. Jocelyn down the lane, shot underlaid, long rebound to the Eagles' number 2, Lexi Moyer, who's checked into the game. 8 seconds to go. There's a shot no good there by Madeline Turcott. Rebound there to Stone, and there's the buzzer. And your final score, the Hartland Eagles 51, and the Ludington Orioles 26. We're going to step aside, folks, and we'll be back in 2 minutes here on the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Stay tuned.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch.
This is Kyle, Executive Vice President with Safe Harbor Credit Union. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value. Being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success, and we belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
Welcome back to Westfield Prep High School. Scoop Hansen, Thad Shank, Braden Kronline, and Julia Habman, the Oriole Sports Network, in collaboration with WMOM. The Orioles fall to the Hartland Eagles by the score of 51-26. Ludington outscored by the Eagles 17-9 in that fourth quarter. Ludington was outscored 15-6 in the opening quarter, 11-4 in the second quarter. They trailed 26-10 at the half, outscored 8-7 in the third quarter. They were down 34-17. They fall 51-26. But Coach, a lot of good things came out of this too for Coach Warren Stowe. I'm sure he'll talk about that when he comes up for the post-game show here in just a bit.
Yeah, it's very similar to the boys' game in the fact that you're playing teams that are better than you. And when you play teams better than you, your weaknesses are magnified a little bit. You get to learn a lot about yourself. And, if you don't go out and stretch yourself by putting your team in situations like they're put in today, then chances are you aren't getting better. I mean, you got to be a little bit uncomfortable in life sometimes to improve and get better. And I think that's the thought process of us going here to the Motor City Round Ball Classic. I mean, obviously we want to compete. We want to be able to play with anybody in the state. But at the same time, from a realistic standpoint right here, Ludington just lost to a team that, had just a whole heck of a lot better perimeter play. I mean, their guards were tough. And but you saw our guards improve as time went on today and make a lot of strides that will, help definitely come March or help maybe the next time they play West Michigan Christian. It'll be interesting to see if Annie and Abby can come back healthy and play to their potential. These young guards have gotten a lot of experience that'll be invaluable, and they can help. They could definitely, help down the stretch. So
well put and well said, Coach. As you said, Ludington girls and boys always seem to be playing their best basketball come February and definitely into March. Scoring for the Orioles in this game, Keelan Laird led the way with 12 points, 6 points each for Riley Stone and Ryan Rohr, and 2 points for Olivia Lynn. And, you heard Thad and I talking about it. I thought Riley Stone and Emma McKinley both had really good ball games.
Well, all the girls. I mean, I just like the way how hard they played and how they fought through. Basketball is not really an adverse situation. People have a lot of things going on in their life are a lot tougher than losing basketball games. But it was just fun to watch the girls continually compete down the stretch of that game when things weren't really going their way.
We'd like to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, our exclusive post-game sponsor, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Ludington girls falling by the score of 51-26 here at Westfield Prep High School in the 26th Annual Motor City Roundball Classic. Earlier today, the Ludington boys teams, Coach Thad Shank's boys, fell to Ann Arbor Skyline by the score of 58-42. We'll be back with you tomorrow back at Ferndale High School as the Ludington boys will take on the Detroit Cast Technicians.
I think the question should be, before I give Coach Joe my headphones, is, are those Christmas shoes? I mean, he's got some orange and black Jordans on right there, Scoob. Have you see that right
Good
there?
observation. Those are pretty sweet, Coach Stowe.
Well, there is a story behind the shoes. My girls were, I wore my green Allen Park Kobe's to a practice one day, and they were so irritated with me that they chipped in and they got me these brand new shoes before the season. So that's the story there.
Those are pretty nice.
Yes,
good catch there. Good observation on Coach Thad Shank's part. And we were saying your girls here taking on a very talented Hartland Eagles team, a Division I school. Yeah. Very athletic. And I'll tell you what, their guard, Amanda Roach, what a ball player she is.
Yeah,
she was just given
the reason she's going to North Dakota.
She was the MVP of this game. Yeah. She had a really nice game. Coach Shank couldn't say enough about her. He really liked the way she played. But Coach Shank also thought the maturation, the learning that was going on for your girls, especially your sophomores, and Emma McKinley and Riley Stone and Carly Mesher, he thought the way they played out there, that was very impressive as well. There's got to be some things that you take from this. Yeah, it's a 51-26 loss, but there's got to be some things that you really like, Coach.
My message at halftime is the same as my message before the game, and it's the same as my message after the game. This is a tremendous opportunity for us to grow and get better, and I do want to win. I don't want people to get the wrong idea there, but I really just care, are we competing and are we working on getting better? And I think at times we're doing that. We obviously have issues against pressure. You got to be able to get the ball to half court. You got to be able to run your stuff. And if you watch us play against Reese Puffer, we were better tonight, but we still have to build on that.
There was Keelan Laird had a nice game tonight with 12 points, led the way for your girls. 6 each for Riley Stone and Ryan Rohr, and 2 for Olivia Lynn. But a lot more to be said than just the points right there. We talked about the game that Emma McKinley had as far as the passing goes, and trying to overcome that pressure that was being put on by the Hartland team.
If you tell Emma McKinley to run through a wall, and a lot of those girls, it's not just her, but she's the one. She is one of the ones that. When you say, hey, you can't cross the ball over right in front of your body, you got to try to go between your legs, behind your back, or in and out, and she steps out in the court, she is going to try to do those things that you ask her to do, because that's the type of kid she is. So it might not always go well because they're still learning and they're still growing, but, they're trying, and we'll just keep fighting and keep getting better.
Boy, Dad and I were also talking about the fact that his boys played Ann Arbor Skyline today, a Division I school. Tomorrow he gets Detroit Cast Tech, another Division I. You had a Division I today. Your girls did in Hartland, and tomorrow another Division I in a very tough team from West Bloomfield.
Yep, they're really talented, and we're going to talk West Bloomfield tomorrow. We're going to have a practice. Know some guys at Allen Park. We'll be able to get in the gym, and so that'll be good. And we'll just keep working and keep competing, and that's all you can do. Ultimately, we're here to get better, and they might be down right now, but we are better for that 32 minutes we just experienced.
No doubt about that, Coach. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, but we also talked a bit about. You did say Abby Banstrom may get in, but like Coach Shank said too, he goes, "This would be a tough one to put her in." This one today.
I talked to her, and Annie told me about 10 minutes before the game she was thinking she might want to go a little bit too, but. That's a tough game. As physical as it is, it means absolutely nothing. So, we'll see them very soon.
Yep. Coach, we're going to say adios
All
with
right,
that.
we got
Thanks
a nice
for coming
dinner here. We're going to get rested up. It's been a long day.
Yep.
And thanks for being here, and go O's.
You're welcome. Coach Warren Stowe, his girls fall by the score of 51-26 to the Ann Arbor. They fall to the Hartland Eagles, and they are now 3-3 on the season. Hartland improves to 4-0. Coach Thad Shank's team, they fall by the score of 58-42 earlier to Ann Arbor Skyline. Ludington boys now 2-3 on the season. And we want to give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors that we did not get to, and that's Benedict's Auto Center. Benedict's providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's can be reached at 231-613-4111. They're located at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Also, Pierre Marquette Builders, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. They're located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. Give Scott a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. As well, a shout out to Urca Auto Center, Mason County's only locally owned new car dealer, serving Mason County for the past 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, your one place to shop for all of your automotive needs. And again, a special shout out to Smith & Eddy, our exclusive post-game sponsor. And just a big thank you to all of our sponsors for all that they do for us so we can cover the Ludington Orioles here on the Oriole Sports Network in collaboration with WMOM. Well, it's been a very eventful day here, the trip down from Ludington down to the Detroit area. And now I think we're going to wrap things up, go out and have dinner with the team. We're looking forward to that. We'll be back with all of you Oriole fans tomorrow, right around 2:35 to 2:40, right in that time frame from Ferndale High School, as the Ludington Orioles boys team will be taking on the Detroit Cast Tech Technicians. And then the girls will be back here at Westfield Prep to take on the West Bloomfield Lakers. And with that said, for our executive producer, executive director, Ludington boys basketball coach, and my color commentary man for the girls game tonight, the one and only Thad Shank, our OSN WMOM technical engineer, Braden Kronline, and our OSN camera woman, Julia Havman. This is the voice of the Orioles, Todd Scoop Hansen, saying so long from... Boy, wouldn't you know, my mind would go blank right there. I've only been saying it how many times? We're over at Westfield Prep. And again, your final scores in boys basketball earlier today over at Ferndale. The Ann Arbor Skyline Eagles 58, the Ludington Orioles 42. And from Westfield Prep High School, the Ludington Orioles fall to the Hartland Eagles by the score of 51-26. Good night, Oriole fans. Back with you tomorrow afternoon. Have a great evening.